Stories. Written narratives driven by progress, action, and the undying truth of things about to happen over and over again. As such, we kind of see that happen in our match of the week between Rogue and Madlions. So, without further ado, let's run on into our champion showcase and get into this matchup. Gold does not always mean you're in the lead in a League of Legends game. Other circumstances define the worth of a team. As such, when we look at this game in front of us, while Rogue is sitting pretty with a 6k gold lead, Mad have these winged beast buffs from collecting the drakes. Furthermore, let's have a look at the two drafts as they have two different setups. Rogue have this very strong dive comp, with the dive buddies of Rakan, Tom Kench and Diana all wanting to get onto Madlions' juicy backline, and that will then allow their AD DPSs to go pew 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 through the entire Lion lineup. Mad have drafted a poke heavy "we want you to dive onto us" comp, with Varus and Jace firing in the poke, and Trundle, Alistar and Victor ready to react to the dive that's gonna come from Rogue when it comes to fighting over and around the objective. Now, in my opinion, there's one team that I'd favour in a fight around Soul, and that's the Madlions lineup with how they've drafted and played the entire game. As such, we'll be looking here at this play. Mad also have an alternative play. They are very strong at isolating and picking off targets with their expansive CC kits. As such, when the Kench is caught in the Alistar combo, Trundle Pillar, Gravity Well, and Chains of Corruptions, the Catfish is benched back to before he was reworked, and the cash flow is opened up for the Madlions as Kazi gets a shutdown. Larson fires in the culling to no avail. Now, Rogue have the hard decision to make. Do they give up on Soul and look to fight for the Baron, or they YOLO it and go in on the Drake 4v5 and try to steal it? As such, Rogue want to take their time and make this decision as Mad try to take the objective. And what's more, Trimby and Inspired have a flank position set up, but Hans and Larson are obviously being forced away due to Mad pushing towards the objective. But Mad also do not give Rogue this chance to make the decision, as boom, Scryer's Ward showcases where the dive from Rogue is hiding, and that flank position is no more, which forces the fight from Mad. Kaiser launches his attack onto Larson, locking him up with the exhaust, flash, headbutt, pulverize combination. That's a big old set of moves there, which does force him to flash away, and with that, Trimby is forced to go in to provide safety to his mid laner, and once his mid gets away, Hansama just pulls back the Rakan with the Fate's Call. Now, Mad sees the opportunity and uses their shot calling perfectly. With Rogue having literally zero safety tools on their big old DPSs, they go straight back to the Drake, start it up, and they realize, hey, we have the poke and the zoning tools, let's just take this for free and get Soul. And as such, this is where Rogue think, okay, we have to fight now. But it's a bit disjointed. As Trimby and Inspired flash in, Hans Sama is forced to flash out, as he just gets caught by a lot of damage. And we can now look at the actual dive from Rogue. Rakan uses his W straight onto Humanoid, and he was aiming for pretty much all of the Madlions here, but he only gets one. And when Kazi is given the opportunity to shoot something with an arrow, the Charmer gets shot through the heart, and he is heartbroken and killed right where he lays. Also, Inspired goes in with the Moonfall, and he is unable to burst out any of the Madlions, even though it does incredible amounts of damage. And because of this, with Mads all surviving, he is forced to Lunar Rush to the Troll and go into status, and that's pretty bad, because your jungler now is stuck. He cannot use Smite. So Mad's shot calling yet again comes through. They burst out the Drake, Smite comes out from Alyoya, boom, soul to the Lions. And as such, it's easy for Mad to pick up the kills, as Diana falls once she comes out of the status, and Sama is run down as he jumps onto Mad's side of the map. Then it's just custom to pick off the last members of Rogue, as Larson is tagged by the pillar, and also tagged by the Infernal Shock Blast, before TK gobbles him up as the Catfish returns from the bench. He does manage to kill the Victor, but his mid laner then dies, and oh yeah, the Kench gets sent back to patch 11.4. We're going further and further back here. He is getting absolutely destroyed, and 2 deaths for Odawame in that fight means that's technically 6 kills over to Madlions in a space of, I don't know, 2 minutes, if that. Oh yeah, and they also get Soul and then eventually the game. So yeah, I don't think that was very worth it for Rogue to go for that play, although they were technically forced to it due to previous plays of not stopping the Drake stack. And in the past, Drake stacking was such a big thing. This season, it's dropped down in priority, I would say, because it isn't as powerful as some of the other things. But Rogue let it go over to the Madlions. They had so many uncontested Drakes, they could have even took one, but they let Mad take it instead. And yeah, Rogue, some doing was their own objective control. How fitting that objective control was how they lost the playoff finals around the Baron, and then Mad in this game have the steal on the Drakes. Pretty much irony and the story unfolding more and more. Hopefully we get more of this tale during the playoffs, but until then, it's time to bid you all adieu. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here if you want to. And I will see you guys next time, where we will be predicting the upcoming final weekend, or you could say the super weekend of the LEC and LCS. See you guys then.